Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome to today's Wild Rift video. This video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be voicing over the gameplay that you're about to see on screen. I haven't been able to stream that much because a few days before I went away to Germany, I was co-streaming Rift Legends, the finals, which you saw the finals of that, which was pretty damn hype. So I haven't been able to stream, and obviously now, as you'll see in this gameplay, I am in Cologne, Germany. I'm going to be going to Gamescom. So if you are in Germany, if you are at Gamescom, if you see me, please come and say hi and everything as well. With this Xayah game, we are going to be focusing more on, you know, how to play Xayah and what to do when you're playing Xayah. And also I've got a different kind of build. I'm going to show you the build on screen now, especially to do with the runes. In this gameplay, we are running the Resolve Tree runes as the main runes, which is quite popular right now over in China. They're doing this on AD carries. They're doing this on supports, top laners, everything else as well. Unfortunately, my support there is not able to get the first blood on the Xayah. But yeah, this is quite a popular thing over in China. They're running Nullifying Orb, Bone Plating, and Overgrowth, which all of them three runes are really, really powerful right now in the Resolve tree. And then your secondary rune can be kind of flexible. You can go for kind of whatever precision tree rune you want. Maybe something like Brutal, Giant Slayer, Legend Alacrity, anything like that can work really well. And the great thing about this set of runes is that you're able to play a little bit more aggressively, and you kind of have that a little bit of safety to fall back to. If you overextend, if you take a little bit of damage, then you have Nullifying Orb when you drop low on health. You have Bone Plating for trading during lane phase, and then you also have the scaling of Overgrowth as well. So you have so many ways in which you could just be more tankier and also just take a little bit more damage as you're going to be dealing damage with someone like Xayah. Obviously, in this early laning phase, we saw that we took a nice trade to the Xayah early on, which we were able to land a root, force the Xayah's flash early, but unfortunately wasn't able to do anything extra. You can see here what we're doing at the moment is I'm not auto-attacking the minions at all. This is quite an important thing you could do during the laning phase for any AD carries or anything like that. When you're playing in a dual lane, or even when you're playing in Baron lane or mid lane, you can kind of let the lane push towards you. See here, we've got a bit of a catch here onto Sona. Unfortunately, Sona is also going to use her flash, so we're not going to be able to get any kills there as well. But you can see here, we're not auto-attacking the minions as much. We're just letting the lane push towards us. And what this allows us to do is it allows Thresh to walk up, zone out the enemy dual laner so they can't last hit minions, and maybe look for a play, whether that be a flay or a hook, as you can see there, trying to make as many plays as possible. Unfortunately, not doing too well so far. This Master Yi, I have no idea what this Master Yi is doing, by the way. The Master Yi is just kind of chilling and walking up for like no apparent reason at all. Yeah, you can see we're not auto-attacking. We're just waiting for the right moment, really, to engage onto this Xayah. We, for some reason, this game have a Soraka mid lane, which I'm not really too sure about. I don't know if I agree with the Soraka mid, but hey, that's that. I've got a nice little route there onto the Xayah, and that was really my opportunity to go in. It's a nice little cool combo that you can do with Xayah. You can use your first ability, auto attack once, and then use your third ability to get a quick route. But again, Xayah had flash, so unfortunately we aren't able to get the kill there. But as soon as I land my route, I know that the Thresh can follow me up, and we can do a lot of things to try and do a lot of damage to the Xayah. And obviously it forces Xayah back to base. So that's that difference between keeping the lane where it is or trying to look and go try and push the lane to go back to base and reset. That's exactly what we did. We saw that the Xayah went back to base, so we pushed the lane, denied Xayah a few minions, and then we're able to go back to base, buy our items, and then walk back to the lane. So far so good in this laning phase. Hopefully we can keep this momentum going. I say, unfortunately, Xayah was able to survive quite a lot of damage early on. Really nice hook flash there from the Thresh, and I'm just going to use my ultimate straight away to try and deal as much damage as possible. The flash this time is used for me. I'm able to use my flash this time to guarantee a kill, and this Sona should be dead as well. The flay should land. I should be able to land my root as well. There we go. Nice juicy double kill there. Not both kills are for me, but nice juicy double kill in that dual lane. And that's the threat that the enemy dual lane has to, be careful of, is that when they're pushing beyond underneath their tower, Thresh is a great engaged support that you can look to try and hook flash, try and hook flay or something like that. And you can see here as well, we're going to get another catch here onto the Xayah, do enough damage, and that is Xayah dead again. So that's 2 times in a row now a hook has landed onto Xayah, and that is guaranteed 2 kills for us, which is very, very nice. And I think Xayah and Thresh is a really, really strong combo, because when you land, I can see you've got the exhaust here. I didn't, unfortunately. Oh yeah, this does not look good for me. Oh, actually, hook, feathers as well, doing a little bit of damage. Maybe it does look good. Dodges a tornado as well. Okay, nice little bit of movement there. I unfortunately got hit by the tornado. You can see how I'm like moving to the side to try and dodge the tornado, but unfortunately I wasn't able to. But still, kind of baited the Yasuo in, so then Thresh can land the flay and also the hook, which is, you know, really, really powerful. You know, Glacial Augment is one of the most powerful runes right now. And we even secured the dragon as well, because I think the silence actually went onto the Nunu there. So Nunu wasn't able to use that chomp or even the smite, and we get the full cleanup at the fight as well. So really, really nice. And now because their dual lane has died, we can just push out this lane as much as possible. But that's something that I kind of want to teach people a lot, is the laning phase, because the laning phase, in my opinion, is one of, if not the most important parts about Wild Rift, because Wild Rift games are so short. The laning phase is more and more important. It completely depends on laning phase, depending on, you know, if you're going to have a good game or whether you're going to have a bad game. And it's really, really important to make sure that you understand, you know, laning priority, when to push, when to freeze the lane, when to try and look for kills, positioning as well. There's so many things during the laning phase that I'm definitely going to have to, you know, look at doing a video of like a base, you know, ADC guide in a way. You see here Xayah trying to do a little bit of damage there to the Xayah. She does have to flash away, but yeah, look at that. She's completely stuck underneath the tower. And I'm actually going to auto attack first, because I can use my ultimate if need be. I got the kill anyway, which is always very nice. And also we're going to get the tower as well up in the Baron lane. First tower destroyed, but yeah, I think I'll do that at some point. I'll be able to do an A to Z, not an A to Z guide, that's the other series. I'll be able to do like a ADC guide on how to play ADC, basic, you know, mechanics during the laning phase, team fight positionings and things like that, because all of these are so important. They're just like kind of fundamentals and basics of ADC, but a lot of people won't understand the fundamentals and the basics of playing AD carries in general. So you can see this game, even though I haven't gone for the precision tree, I'm still doing a lot of damage in general, because I'm still obviously an ADC. I'm still going to do a lot of damage, which is really, really nice. I'm just going to try and focus this mid lane tower here. Hopefully I can get this mid lane tower, but we don't have any minions left, so unfortunately we're not going to be able to clear that. We do need someone to go up into the Baron lane, but yeah, no one's going up in the Baron lane. Normally what happens at this stage of the game, when we do get the first tower up in the top lane, normally what you do as an ADC, and this is kind of normal, is that your dual lane goes into the mid lane, because you're able to get that mid lane priority and get that mid lane tower. So Soraka should really be up in the Baron lane, but to be honest, it is the Soraka. Probably gets solo killed by a what's the name, by Yasuo. You can see I'm doing a lot of damage here with my feathers. I do unfortunately get stunned there by the Sona ulti. You can see our positioning. We're just staying near the back. We're keeping our positioning safe. I was able to dodge the Yasuo tornado as well. And then, yeah, Master Yi is just going to clean up this fight completely. I think that's a triple kill for Master Yi. Maybe a quadra kill. Yeah, quadra kill for the Master Yi. And this champion, if a Master Yi gets ahead, then it's pretty difficult to deal with. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, being able to use the feathers. That feathers positioning is also really important for Xayah. You can see there I wasn't using my third ability too early. I like to stack as many feathers as possible, and me stacking my feathers as much as possible means that I can deal more damage, which is really, really nice. So you can see here, like, I'm not using my third ability straight away. I'm waiting until I get a few stacks of my feathers, and then I pull them back to be able to, you know, in that instance, clear the minions. You can see here, I probably could have kept my third ability here, but Yasuo, really, really nice knock up there, but I'm able to flash away, try and keep my position in, auto attack at range, but yeah, I'm not going to stay in that fight for much longer, because the rest of my team kind of got cleaned up, really. We're going to try and go back to base and spend our gold. That's the most important thing right now. Try and clear this wave of our third ability. Fiora's going to try and go in here onto the Xayah. Might be a little bit difficult here. You see here again, I'm just stacking my feathers. Again, I'm not using my third ability straight away. I'm waiting until I stack a few feathers and then use my third ability. So I'm going back, getting my Navori quick blades, which is super, super important. And also getting the anti-heal, because they do have quite a lot of healing on their team. They have the healing from the Yasuo. They have the healing from Xayah, Sona, Nunu, Kayle. So pretty much every single one of their champions has healing. So it's always important to go for that Executioner's Calling for the healing if you do need it. We're just clearing through the jungle camps here as well, trying to keep our gold per minute up and stacked. Trying to focus it onto the Nunu, focus onto the dragon. Unfortunately, wasn't able to steal away the dragon. It's very difficult to try and steal a dragon away from Nunu, but yeah, for some reason, the Master Yi is just chilling in the enemy jungle. Again, you can see here, I'm stacking my feathers, waiting to use my third ability. Nunu is pretty tanky though, to be honest. Try our best. There we go. We are going to get the kill eventually after we auto attack a few times. But yeah, I'm saying here for the Master Yi not to chase. Like, when you just need to secure the objectives, and that's all we really needed to do, to be honest. That's totally okay. I mean, we were able to get a few kills there. It would have been nice to get 2 dragons. I mean, dragons are so important in Wild Rift. You have to make sure that you get at least 1 dragon, because if you're behind in the game and if you give up 3 dragons, then it's so difficult to come back from that, because 3 dragons is such a big win condition, because you get pretty much triple the stats on all of the dragon stats. So it's like damage from Infernal, ability haste from Ice, the healing from Ocean Drake. So it's really important to make sure that you're able to get at least 1 dragon throughout the game. Obviously, if you can get 3 dragons, then you're living in absolute dreamland. Yeah, I'm telling my team though, like, we don't need to be overextended. You know, Master Yi overextended in the top side of the map. Fiora was overextended in the bot side of the map. I'm just like, as long as we group, I'm 2-0-9. This happens so many games, by the way. I feel like solo queue and just ranked in general, there are so many players that feel like they need to 1 versus 9. They overextend, they try and go for this really flashy play, and then they just die. This is a pretty bad play for me though. I think I live here actually, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I actually somehow live here. I shouldn't have lived here. Yeah, I should have lived here. That was a really bad play from me. Really nice from Yasuo actually to kind of reduce the distance between himself and me. But yeah, a little bit of a misplay. Luckily, I have a Thresh that has Lantern. If I didn't have a Thresh that has Lantern, I probably would have been dead there, to be honest with you. Didn't ultimate in time either. Just not really great positioning. I just wanted to try and go into the top side, try and clear a few minions, try and push in that wave and try and get something on, you know, on the rest of the map. You see here though, we're going to get a really, really nice engage here. Nice route onto the Nunu as well. You can see that the route for Xayah, even though Xayah does do a lot of damage, the route as well onto this champion is so disgusting. It's absolutely insane how much you can do in terms of crowd control as well. There you go. Look, again there, another route onto the Xayah, able to get another kill there. Quadra kill again for the Master Yi. Yeah, this Master Yi is just running rampant at the moment across the map, which is pretty nice. And then we're able to take this Baron Nashor as well. And yeah, overall, pretty decent game. At the moment, I'm deathless. I am flawless. I can't remember if I go this whole game flawless or if I die. I mean, to be fair, I should have died top lane. I didn't die top lane. I got a little bit lucky, to be honest. But we'll take that luck. But yeah, tell my team well played. I mean, Master Yi is extremely fed. I don't know about his item build, though. His item build is something. He went like Death's Dance and Steric's Gauge, I think. I'm not too sure why we would go Steric's Gauge, because that's a lot of tanks. But yeah, all we need to do here is group mids. As long as we group mids here, we can just win the game. Thresh can look for an insane, you know, play. I was going to say Thresh can look for an insane play. It nearly worked. Wasn't able to though, but you can see Fiora is working as a distraction in the Baron lane right now, so we can push down this mid lane inhibitor, take that inhibitor and try and go for the end here. Might be a little bit difficult. Oh, Kayle does get caught though. Maybe we can auto attack the Nexus here and survive. For some reason, I take so much damage from the Nexus, which I wasn't, I didn't want to happen, but it did. This means that we need to be a little bit more careful now. But yeah, we do need to be a little bit careful here. I am falling quite low on health, but you can see here the kiting, the movement. Oh, no. I tried to do enough damage there. I wasn't able to. I was like, for some reason, the Soraka's not healing me. It's healing a Thresh. I'm like, hey, Soraka, heal me. I'm like, thanks. The Soraka's just healing the Thresh instead of me. But it's fine. I have a lot of healing anyway with Shield Bow. And also I'm going to go for Bloodthirster. So I'm going to have a lot of sustain this game anyway. So it's kind of nice, this build in general, because you have Shield Bow, Bloodthirster for the healing, and also Gluttonous Grease. You have Nimbus Cloak, which scales quite well into the mid and late game. You have Bone Plating as well for protection. You also have Overgrowth as well. So when I'm killing minions or monsters in the jungle, I'm just gaining infinite HP throughout the whole of this game. And it's quite nice. Obviously, you're not going to have the same early game pressure of like Brutal, for example. But it's still going to be quite nice. You can see here, nice and easy kill onto the Sona. Probably going to get the kill here eventually onto the Nunu. Trying to land my root as well. And there you go. The root lands. Mossy gets another kill. Got to get a few more kills here as well. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just ending the game. I'm pushing mid here. I'm ending the game. I want to have that flawless game. It's quite nice when you get a flawless game as well. 4-0 and 15. I was kind of support Xayah in a way. I mean, Master Yi did have a pretty decent game, but when you don't have CC on the other side, when you don't focus the Master Yi, he can be a bit of a problem. And there we go. GG's, well played. Quite a nice game. 60-minute game. Quite a short game in general. But just showing you that you can go for this type of rune build if you really want to. If you feel like you need defensive stats, if you're against a lot of assassins, for example. It can be, you know, very, very important to make sure that you go for the likes of Nimbus Cloak, Bone Plating, and also Overgrowth. And you can see that 35,000 damage I was still able to do, which is really, really nice. Most damage in the whole game, even when not going for the precision tree as my main tree for the runes. So you have that flexibility there if you really want to. Overall, I quite like it. Like I said, when I'm against like multiple dive compositions, or if I'm against a lot of champions that are going to try and jump onto me or do a lot of damage, then I do like to go for the resolve tree as the main tree. Go for Nimbus Cloak, Bone Plating, and Overgrowth, and you could try and do the same as well. So yeah, overall 35,000 damage, really, really clean game. Wasn't able to check my score, but yeah, 4-0 and 15 in total. Flawless game in general. So yeah, really, really nice performance. And yeah, showing you a little bit more Xayah gameplay, which I'm sure you don't mind seeing more Xayah gameplay. I think I'm like rank 2 now because I haven't played that much Xayah recently. But still up there as one of the best Xayah players for sure. So yeah, hopefully enjoyed this video. It's a bit shorter than normal because I didn't do an intro. Don't really have time. So I thought I'd just talk over the gameplay instead. So hopefully you enjoyed. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all in the next wild video. Peace.